morning and welcome to Ma'am Talks. I'm Kathy.
I'm Anna.
I'm Jan.
And today we're going to be discussing sleeping sanctuaries, our bedrooms.
Or
Always the
wherever
clown.
You sleep.
Yeah.
You maybe sleep on the floor in the garage. I don't know.
Well, I happened to do a little bit of research on the topic.
Of course you did.
And what I found out is there are some steps to making your sanctuary. So what they say is the bedroom should be a place where you just can't wait to go to sleep and feel comforted and relaxed.
It's called 8:30.
It's called 8:30, is that what you said?
8:30, that bed is calling me.
But if it's not all of these things, then it won't be a sanctuary. So let me just tell you some of the things, okay?
But one thing, you're supposed to devote that room, your bedroom, just to sleeping.
Right.
Nothing else.
I'm going to avoid saying something I so badly want to say, but I'd be so inappropriate.
Oh dear.
I'll hold off.
Let's
Okay.
just say relaxing activities.
Yeah. So, ban technology.
Yes.
Keep your cell phones, your iPads, your TVs.
Everybody has a TV in their bedroom.
I do.
You know what's really weird about that? I'll just throw this out there. When we lived in our other house, we always put the TV on when we went to bed. I always fell asleep to the TV. Since we've moved, which is almost 6 years now, never. It's weird. But that's not important. The important thing is technology
No, it's not.
is banned. It should be off. I can do that one.
Well,
That one I can do.
can you turn your phone off?
Yeah, my phone stays in the kitchen at night. I don't take it in my room.
Really?
Because we have a landline, so if there's an emergency.
Mm-hmm.
Anna, you're
Okay.
quiet.
Well, because I have a lot of trouble sleeping. And when I'm not sleeping, my mind is just racing with, worries.
No way.
And yeah.
But that's because you didn't make it a sanctuary. It's just a bedroom right now.
Well, let me continue. So in order to stop my mind from thinking,
Uh-huh.
I turn on the TV. What I do though is I don't watch the news. I try and put on cooking shows or things that are just relaxing, music or, but
Have you
If I
tried
don't have-
medication?
I have, and then I'm groggy and feel weird and I don't like it.
You know, you want to know, I noticed that you have an iPad, a Google Home Mini. And what I did with my Google Home Mini, I put it in the bedroom. And when I go to bed, I say, "Hey Google, play some nice soft sleep music." And she says,
Elevator music.
"Okay." And she does. And it's so restful.
There's that technology. But I know they have like the Calm apps and things like that. So that's
true.
when you need technology. But okay, so they say ban technology, so you figure out what that means.
You're on your own.
Dark and cool. So and I agree with this one. Well, cool not so much, but the dark. I like a room really dark. It's like when you go to a hotel and they have like all the blackout stuff. I want the room pitch black. I don't want to see anything. So
I do too. And everybody in my family wants lights on when
Oh,
they go
no.
to sleep, and it drives me crazy because I need the dark. I need the dark.
and they want it cool. They say to keep it cool, which I'm not a fan of
I do
that,
like
as you know, as I freeze all the time.
Always, we always have a window open. Always.
Oh no, people bad. There's bad. Don't you watch Dateline? There's bad people that come in and
please.
yeah.
Okay.
You're not watching enough
I
Dateline.
have an alarm in my bedroom window, and I can leave it open like this much. But
No,
I do
that's-
like the fresh air.
Absolutely.
The other thing is comfort first, they say, which means the bed, and that one I agree with because I want that sleep number bed. I want a sleep. I've tried them out, and they're so great, but to get the nice ones are really expensive.
I do like my bed. I bought myself one of those pillow tops, memory foams,
Mm-hmm.
and it made a world of difference to
It
my
does.
back, to my hips. Yeah.
It does make a difference.
Luxurious linens, and again, I agree. It doesn't have to be super expensive, luxurious, but they have to be comfortable, and they can't be like.
They're called home goods on sale.
Yeah, but if it's the thread counts like cheap, then they get like scratchy and downy. No, I use downy. It doesn't make a difference. Quiet.
Yeah.
You want the room to be quiet. You don't want distractions. You don't want they say you don't want dogs, but that one's going, sorry. We got our 2 dogs. They're quiet most of the time. Your dog's in your room now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's
on the
very,
bed?
Yes.
She's a shedder. She's on your bed. See, that I won't do.
Well, we put a sheet on the top of the bed,
Oh, but then it's, oh no,
That's
see,
the
that I won't,
puppy
I've got,
sheet.
that, I draw the line.
and she's very quiet.
Look at Anna, she's like, you guys
Never,
are gross.
never. I've had
Gross.
so
We
many
know.
dogs. Never has a dog slept in my bed.
Well,
Not
you haven't
in my
lived.
bed, on my bed. I would
On
never
my bed.
let her in
Oh, Piper goes
my bed.
under and
Not
cuddles.
in, not on, not around, nothing.
Not a dog, so she's not, yeah.
But she has
Um,
her kennel's in there too, so she can go in there if she wishes.
Why would she want to go in there if she's got a nice soft bed? to
Sometimes
sit
she
there?
does. She
Oh, okay.
wants her own space.
And then aromatherapy, which I agree, those are, I do sometimes will light just a candle, like a nice lavender.
And then
just
go to
so that-
sleep and
Well, I
burn the
turn
house
it
down.
off. I turn it off. I blow the candle out before I go to sleep. But so that's the big thing. These sleep sanctuaries now. So
And peppermint is supposed to be very soothing.
Really?
Yes.
So-
Lavender.
Lavender.
So
mhm.
there's some tips. I think I do most of them. I just need to work on that mattress one.
I tell you what I always find important is to have pictures of my kids in my room. And it just makes my room like my space.
Because
you know.
that's the last thing you look at, and it
Yeah.
brings you pleasure.
That's right. It just makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
So I love having
do
my
that.
pictures in my, I don't have pictures in the living room. Well, I do. Somebody gave me some, but I like the photos in my room. I do.
I like them everywhere.
Yeah. So I have a very luxurious bedroom. I got a chandelier for my bedroom, and everything's very gold because I like gold. I should have been a royalty. What can I say? And I do use aromatherapy, and I do like nice sheets. You know, I may not buy the most expensive sheets, but as soft as I can purchase. But I just can't give them my TV. And honestly, we never had a TV in any room until my kids were in college. We used to have one TV in the family room, and that was it. But now I need it. I need it to stop me from thinking.
Yeah, that's your worst
You
enemy,
do
I've
you.
found.
Yeah.
The thinking part.
Thinking, yeah, well,
But
well.
I love sleeping sanctuaries. I do love going to my room and laying down. It's just like my most protected purse. My most protected place.
Wake up, Jan. And while Jan snoozes and or wakes up from her nap, remember that part of embracing getting older is finding things that bring you pleasure and make you comfortable and fit who you are.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Your own environment, your own castle within your castle.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, if you dabble in YouTube, try out that YouTube Buddy. It's a great support system. And don't forget to click those share and like buttons.
Be sure to subscribe to Mam Talks.
And our website, www.mamtalks.com. And remember to keep embracing getting older. Bye.
Bye.